What a day, what a day. Not just today, but that day when I took on the Birmingham to Worcester Canal Ultra. What can I say? I thought I'd do a bit of a preview video, prequel to the actual vlog. Yes, if you are new here, my name is Donato and I do lots of chatty adventures. I guess I'm what you'll call the original vlogger. If you break down what a vlog stands for, vlog, it's a video log. It's an actual diary of the day. No script, no editing, no nothing. Just a recollection of what I do, what I'd done on that day. And it was a tough day, as some of them may say. It's a tough day at the office. It was a blisteringly hot day like today, but it was solo, 55 kilometers in total. But I keep reminding myself, despite all the pain and agony, which you'll have to watch all the way through, you'll see me start all chirpy and happy, and it progressively gets worse and worse, as it does in a lot of ultras for those who run ultras. But because of the distance, I think it's only fair that it is a long video and shows everything that went on and happens. So you watch all the way through and you'll see how I progress through each and every sort of 5-10 kilometers. And it was tough, very painful. But if you've been following my channel for however long, you'll know when I start something, I mean to finish it. And you'll see the thought process that I go through literally as each part of the section of that distance progresses. Whilst the distance is 30 miles along the canal, it was longer than that. It's about 49 kilometers. It's 55 kilometers in total that I've done, because there's a detour that I do, and also I finish behind me at the Church of the Runners here along the River Severn. But it's incredibly tough, and I went through a lot of mental battles, as I'm sure a lot of you guys who've done ultra distances go through as well, and also marathons. I mean, that's a challenge in itself, isn't it? So I'd really love for you to make a donation in the link below, because that's why I was doing all this, here to raise money for Prevent Breast Cancer and also awareness. So please do share this video with all that you know, wherever they are in the planet, so they can see what we do here on the old YouTubes. Yes, what a vlogger actually does, as I say, unedited, unscripted, just talking as I go along. And the bonus with this is I've been along various sections, and I grew up along that area in Birmingham, now here living in Worcester, so you'll get to see a bit of history about myself and what we went through all those decades, as I'm now, what, 62. So without further ado, I'm just going to leave you to enjoy this day in the life of that ultra from Birmingham to Worcester. And it is, as I say, unedited, warts and all. Enjoy, and be sure to stay to the very end. And I'd love to hear in the comments below what you think, thoughts, process, and also, have you ever taken on a challenge like this, unassisted, unaided, on your own, or thinking of doing this? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And also, thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that alarm bell. Yes, you know. Thursday morning, it's super early, up at about 4:45, just to make sure I don't miss my train, because the first train is at just before 6 AM. So I need to get me breakfast. I didn't sleep too well, but then it's the excitement, nerves, anxiety, who knows. Let's go. Breakfast, yoga, warm up, shower, dress, go. I'm up and out and heading to the train station. Right now I feel like a bit of a Beluga beacon. As you may notice, I've got a bright orange top. I've also got my orange Innovate shoes. So you can probably see a bit of a theme here. Orange is the colour. Yes, you'll know me as Discount Don. Yes, this is the gear that you get that's discounted, because nobody wants these colours. But hey, you know, I don't care what colours they are. It still does the same job, doesn't it? Whether it's black, blue, red, same with trainers. So let's go get on this train and light up the world. Something I didn't have time to do when I was back at home is now I'm putting on the cream on my feet. Yes, it's essential. Yeah, this is the cream I use because it's going to be a long time on my feet. So I've arrived at New Street Station, Grand Central here. It's early morning, it's only what, 10 to 7 a.m. Yes, and I'm so excited. So I've got to start the day. I've already had my first breakfast and I was going to have a second one after the shower, but ran out of time, had to get the train, so I'm going to have my second breakfast now. And you know where we're going to go, don't you? Oh yes, we've got to start the day off, get fully fueled up and ready to go for this epic long walk. Essential to get the hash brown in early morning, along with the bap as well. As I said, bap's got to be done. Is it a bap or is it a roll? Leave it in the comments below. Well guys and gals, this is it. It's 7:05. I've had my second breakfast. Yes, whether I do another video or not about those breakfasts, we'll see. But yes, so now we're going to start and work our way back to Worcester. Oh man, let's go. As you may guess, whilst I'm leaving Grand Central behind me, the first bit is to get to the canal. And with a lot of cities, the canals can sometimes be right on your doorstep but hidden away, and you need to know where to go. And I remember many years ago I had no idea where the start of the Birmingham Worcester Canal was. Obviously now I do, so let's get over there. Yes, I thought I'd take a quick clip here outside the mailbox as I head towards the canal, because this is right on the course. Literally this road was the Great Run Birmingham 10k and half marathon route, and oh what an epic day that was. Yes, pacing the 10k 45 minutes. Yes, you remember what happened there. Finished 45:00. I know. Let's get to that canal. I'm sure you would agree, it's a bit quieter here than the start of the Great Run Birmingham run. Yeah, I know. Yes guys, I've finally got to the canal. I need to go down a little side road or to actually join onto it, or I can go around that way, but hey, I'm going to go down that side. And yes, this is Black Sabbath Bridge. How about that, eh? The Fab Four. Well, obviously not the Fab Four, but a Fab Four. Going down the actual side entry. Yes, here we are on canal side. How about that, eh? Now, according to my Garmin, right, I'm now at the start of the Birmingham and Worcester Canal. I've already done about 1.4 kilometers just to get here. So let's go. Yeah, oh man, can you feel the excitement? This is the start line feeling. Yes, the start line feeling. And just so you know, there, Worcester and Birmingham Canal. Worcester and Birmingham Canal. Let's go, kids. Oh, can you feel the excitement? I already feel like, because I can see ahead of me the mailbox in terms of all the restaurants, bars and stuff, is to stop there for a cup of tea and thing, but I will resist. Yes, I will resist. I know. I always want to just sit down and have some tea and cake. Do you ever get that feeling? What a great view. This is Gas Street Basin, and I remember I used to go to a nightclub called Gas. Yeah, Gas nightclub, which was, little did we know, was on the canal side here. Which was this here. This was the club. Yes, Gas. What a Gas. Obviously it's got a different name now, but the entry was on roadside, never on the canal side. Bit of random facts for you, and I'm sure there'll be many more random facts as I walk along the canal, bringing back memories from my, I wouldn't say childhood, because obviously I was more than a child going to the nightclubs here, but you know what I mean, history. because I'm a bit of an old geezer now. Jeez, 62. Oof. There you see the mailbox in the corner. Here is the Cube, one of the iconic buildings here in Birmingham. And it's quite breezy here, and I'm beginning to feel the chill. I'm wondering, should I have packed another layer? But I know this is the coldest time of the day, so I'll just need to maybe pick up the pace. Who knows, maybe jog a little. Oh no, 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 we don't want to do that, do we? Come on, let's keep the walking going. I'm now on a section, and it is quite a long section, where I've got the railway track to my right and the canal to my left. So I'll be going along here and we'll be literally following the train line. So I think first main stop, University. I've already passed 5 ways in that direction. So University, Selly Oak, Bourneville. See, I do know my stations. Bourneville, Northfield. If I by Bourneville, I then deviate off towards King's Norton, and the train track goes in a different direction. There you go. Bit of info for you as I go under another bridge. It's absolutely beautiful walking along here. The birds are singing. It's calm, quiet. I appreciate there's a rail track right there and there's no trains at the moment, but let's take a moment to listen to this. Those cyclists, wow, and coming the other way, the commuters are really flying down this path, shall we say. Right on cue, train passing by. Just arriving to the first of the many tunnels between here and Worcester. Thankfully, this is one of the tunnels I can walk through. The other 3, no, can't walk through and have to go overland. Edgbaston Tunnel, here we go. And we're out of the tunnel. Oh yes. As I go under bridge 84A, it says there, I'm at the area it's called University of Birmingham. Yes, there's the sign. I need to make sure I don't fall in the canal whilst I'm pointing the camera in various directions. I know, first world problems. And there goes the train, just behind the hedgerow. First near miss there with the cyclists. Yeah, literally I just moved out to pass a guy who was standing on the path. So I'm now on both sides, and the cyclist didn't even slow down for 1 minute, and I had to jump out the way before he hit me. Yes, headphones on, head down. You know these guys, what they're like. Jeez, man, just chill out, slow down. You know, you could really hurt some people as well as yourself. I am now coming up to University train station stop, and as the word implies, it's for the university, Birmingham University, but also the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, which is on the other side. So we've got University over there, Queen Elizabeth Hospital there. And I'm just coming up to, well, just past 5 kilometers, woohoo, and 58 minutes. Wow. Been at another feature here on the canal. Whilst it's not quite up to Roman viaduct level, it is still a bridge going over a main road, carrying the canal over the top. Now I'm having to focus as to where I'm walking so I don't fall in the canal, but yeah, here's the road. Woo, yes, and here's the canal. I know No flies on me, is there? For me, I used to have some family here in Selly Oak, which is where we are right now, but this area wasn't like this at all many decades ago. It wasn't, how can I say, a place where you'd want to be, but now they've cleaned it up, redeveloped it, and you can even park some narrow boats here and have a fun time. Having been going for over an hour and 10 minutes, my first narrow boat travelling along the canal is here. There you go, first canal boat travelling down the canal. It's about 8:15 AM, so I guess like a lot of people will still be sleeping and relaxing, hence why not so many boats out at this time of day. Now with the fence in the way here, if you can see through, there is the Cadbury chocolate factory, Bourneville. Yes, I finally arrived at Bourneville. And a bit of a random fact is, for the first year of my life, this is where I lived. Yes, Bourneville, so you can call me a Bourneville boy. Yes, so Cadbury's chocolate runs through my veins. Yes, Cadbury chocolate, world famous. And I know Reese Pickering, if you're watching in New Zealand, I know there's a, I don't know if it's still there, but there's a Cadbury factory in New Zealand, I think. Is it Dunedin? And here comes the train. Right on cue. So I've done 7.6k, an hour 30. Let's crack on. And here we are, right on cue, Bourneville train station, or Bourneville. Ville as in village, the French. That's how the Cadbury family came to name this particular area, or it was named after, sorry. It already had the name, Bourneville, as in the River Bourne, and village, ville. And the reason why they built, what I was going to say is the reason why they built the factory here is because it was next to the canal, so they could transport all their chocolates from around the world, because this was the main canal that would transport down all the way down to Worcester, onto the River Severn, and then out across the globe. Yes, this was the main transportation, and why we have the jewellery quarter in the centre of Birmingham, where they could transport all their jewels as well from their jewellery. Yeah, there you go, another random fact for you, all from the top of my head, not scripted and unedited, as you can probably tell from the corrections I've made. As I approach Cottridge, this is where the train line and the canal has taken a slight detour, or a spread away from each other. So we're now heading towards Kings Norton. I say Cottridge and Kings Norton, and the train line carries on. Whilst it does go to Cottridge, it's on the other side of Cottridge and then into Northfield, Longbridge, etc. Yeah, there's a bit of network rail information for you. Yes, the train on platform 3 will be going to Sheffield, stopping at, and you know the rest here. Over there, first joke I've seen on the canal towpath. Someone sprayed, "When is a door not a door? When it's ajar." Ha! Did you get that? When is a door not a door? When it's ajar? Ho ho ho! So we're now crossing under the bridge here at Cottridge to cross over to the other side of the footpath and continue towards Kings Norton. I'm now coming to a section of the canal where this is on cycle route number 5 of a cycle network, which goes all the way to Bromsgrove. And here's the I'll show the sign of here it is. As it says there, over 13 national cycle network, 13,500 miles of award-winning network made up of quiet roads. Now I think that's all of the cycle roads, not number 5. So this section here, I would turn off normally down here and head to Cannon Hill Park, which is where route number 5 goes. And you may, how random is this? When I done the Telford 10k, that is on route number 5 as well. So that will all go through and connect up to Telford, and it continues up into North Wales. I have ran along route number 5 on the North Wales coast. How random is that? But this canal, so we're heading up to King's Norton now, and there's another section there of a couple of canals that split up, and let's take you there and give you a bit more of some random facts and going down memory lane. But I used to love me long runs from when I used to live in Rubery, running down to Cannon Hill Park, around the park and then back, and that would be my 20 miler. Yeah, wow, nice. And obviously we do have park run at Cannon Hill Park, which is where I done my very first ever park run, and it was a sub 20. Yeah, have you seen my first park run video? In the description, if I remember. Would you believe this is the first section where we go over a bridge and I'm next to an actual road? Yes, Lifford Lane this is. And in case you're wondering, this is also known as the Ray Valley cycle route, where you can cycle all the way from Wast Hills to the centre of Birmingham, following effectively the River Ray, which the source is up in Wast Hills. And I'm sure I've cycled that, as I've cycled along this route many a time as well. I'm 10 kilometres in and I've just arrived at the junction for Birmingham and the Birmingham Worcester Canal and Birmingham Stratford Canal. You may recall that I have cycled all the way from here to Stratford, finishing at McDee's there. Yeah, got to be done. So I'm going to have a little snack here. No, there isn't a McDonald's right here. I'm sure if I looked on a map, there's probably one nearby, but that would be deviating from the course, wouldn't it? So I've got banana. I bought a whole bunch of breakaway chocolate biscuits, which I got from Aldi, and I'll be just having one of those and some water. Essential. Yeah, let's crack on. Literal last minute decision. I thought I'd veer off the canal and go and visit my mum's grave, not far from here. It's about a mile extra, I think, maybe a mile and a half. So I'm going there to pay my respects, as it's so close by, walking by all this distance. How fitting as I arrive at the graveyard here to visit my mum's grave that the sun is beginning to shine and the warmth is appearing. The sun always shone when my mum was around here, and obviously we dearly miss her, and that's why I thought, literally as I was going by, me memory jogged, I thought, yep, the graveyard can't be too far from the canal. So yes, and then we'll get back on to the canal and continue the canalathon. Whatever we may all believe in, I always think that it's good to come and see loved ones who've passed and think of the happy memories that we had and shared together. which is what I'm making today. I'm making a happy memory on this canalathon, all for Prevent Breast Cancer. It's time to get back on the canal. Yes, let's go do this. Back on the canal, and the sun is positively making a breakthrough here, but there's still lots of tree and shade, so I'm not going to take this top off just yet because I don't want to get too chilly as I approach one of the first major tunnels. In fact, it's probably the major tunnel because it's over a mile long, this particular tunnel. I'll tell you a bit more when we get there. Don't know if you can see in the distance behind me, but that is what is known as Wast Hills tunnel. So only boats can go through that. I can't walk through that particular tunnel. So as the name implies, the tunnel goes under the Wast Hills. So I'm going to have to navigate overland across some roads. I have navigated this a couple of times, so I should know where I'm going and get back on the canal on the other side of the Wast Hills. And another bit of randomness, in fact I'll tell you when I get there regarding a particular football club or soccer club, as my American friends will say. So I'm going to go up the path here, cycle network number 55, because 55 is alive. Head up there and let's connect onto the tunnel on the other side. As I'm coming out of the canal path over on Wast Hills tunnel, the sun is positively out, so I'm gonna have to do a quick change of wardrobe and get into my sunshine gear. Yes, although it's still breezy out here, so I don't know, the sun may be out, but I might get a bit chilled and cold, so I don't want to do that, do I? Well, I thought as I'm here, let's walk around and let's see if I can get down to the entrance for the tunnel. So I'm here at the gate, but it's been locked. So there's the stairway down to heaven, as they might say, stairway to heaven, but no, it's all locked up. Bugger. I can't even, now I wouldn't want to even attempt to jump over that, so clearly I presume it's all locked up because it's probably not safe for some people. Anyway, shame that. I could have given you a nice close-up view of the tunnel entrance. Let's get across here. This area is called Hawksley. So I need to get over the Wast Hills and get back on the canal. For those of you who are thinking of doing this whole Birmingham Worcester canal section, this is one of the, I remember from people, challenges to navigate across the roads to get to the other side. So hopefully this will give a few hints and tips as we go along. But I need to aim for, the road is actually called Wast Hills, so there's many ways to get there, but I'm going to follow the route that I recall. I remember walking along this road, left at a pub, end of that road, right, up to the top, right, left, something like that. Have you got that? There you go. Don't say I never give you any hits and tips. Well, I'm now going through Hawksley Square. As I said, this is the area of Hawksley in Birmingham, and not much going on. In fact, seems like a bit of a ghost town here, although there are a few units that are open. So the pharmacy is open, the supermarket and the hair salon is open, but it doesn't look very open. Anyway, as you can see, sunglasses out now. Oof. Yes, I may not be disrobing just yet, but the sun's out, almost time to get the guns out, metaphorically speaking now. Okay, so this is Major Junction where I'll be turning right. So I've come up Edgewood Road and I'm turning right onto Longsdale Road, and I know when I head up along here, left, right, and then I'm on Wast Hills Lane. Fingers crossed that is the way. Here is the next junction. Having come along Longdales Road, we turn left onto Bracken Way, and then at the end of Bracken Way it's just a short route, and then turn right and then left onto Wast Hills Lane. And all I can say right now, I've only been going for about 3¼ hours and I'm already beginning to feel it. A little over 15 kilometers in. I appreciate I took a little detour, so if you were just walking the canal 15 kilometers in, you would already be back on the canal. But yeah, oof, longest I've walked in longer than I care to mention. Yeah, probably 5, 7 years, 8 years. Haven't walked this far in a long time. It's hard work, you know, this walking malarkey. You think running's hard, you try walking for hours on end, and let's say I haven't even touched a fraction of the route yet. What, 15 kilometers? Over 50 kilometers to do, so you do the maths. Yeah, 35 kilometers to go. Ooh, as I feel a cobweb coming around my face. Okay, having taken the turn at Bracken Way, right turn, come along here, literally not even 50 yards, and then it's a left turn into Wast Hills Lane. Or is it Wast Hill Lane? Because there's 2 road signs here on either side of the road. One says Wast Hill Lane, singular, and then on the right here it says Wast Hills Lane. I know, first world problems, answer me that question. But another random fact for you is literally right behind these properties here is, remember I mentioned a football club, a soccer club? Well, the training ground for none other than Birmingham City Football Club is right here. That's right. So for all you blue noses, keep right on and all that jazz. Yeah, that's where Birmingham City's training ground is. And another random fact, this ground was used for where the helicopter landed of a VIP visit from the Pope. Yeah, none other than the Pope, when he came to give mass over in Cofton Park. His helicopter landed right here. Yeah, I know, I'm full of random facts, aren't I? So let's go along this Wast Hills Lane, or is it Wast Hill Lane, and get to the canal. Well, that's something I wasn't expecting to see. Some kind of observatory, telescope, night sky spy, whatever. Hey, I didn't know what that was doing there. There you go, guys, eggs for sale. And remember, return the egg boxes. This Wast Hill Lanes does seem to go on for quite a long way, and I'm now on a downhill section. Yes, I can't wait to get back on the flat canal paths, but there will be a section where there'll be a large descent in a short period of time, but that'll be coming up later in the show. Yes, indeed, this lane is properly going on forever and ever. But one of the wonderful things now, as I'm out into the countryside and the clear blue skies, whilst I'm in the shade it still feels a bit chilly, there's an aroma of the countryside now hitting me in quite a abundant way. Yeah, I know. Whew. Yes, take me a while to get used to this aroma, but I'm sure I will in the next sort of 30 kilometers. Well, it looks like I've arrived back onto the canal. You'll see there's a house here, it's been restored now, and then we come to the footpath. Here it is. Oh yes, back on the canal, and what I might call a traditional towpath, as opposed to the tarmacked asphalt that we've been getting in the city there. So in fact, I can probably get a bit closer now and show you the tunnel, the other end of Wast Hills Tunnel, because it looks like there's steps down to it here. Here we go, down the stairs, steps, whatever you want to call them. there's the tunnel. Wast Hills Tunnel. Woohoo! Here I am at Wast Hills Tunnel, where it says all boats keep to the right, and there is a canal boat arriving right now with its light on. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see it going through. Shall I stay here, stick around, film it going through? Yeah, why not? So there you have it. It says the length of the tunnel is 2,000. Would you believe it, the first battery has already run out. So it does say the distance of that tunnel is 2,493 meters. Yeah, 2.5 kilometers. Whoa, that's a long way. And here comes, right on cue, a narrowboat with its lights on to show you going through. Of all the times to have camera issues, battery issues, it happened just as that boat was going through. Unbelievably, that family group there is from Germany. Yes, they've travelled all the way from Germany to get on the narrowboat, and I've met, even last year and the year before, I'd see lots of German couples coming on here. So it's obviously a popular holiday route, and I'm going to have to be a bit more selective of how I film, as I'm on my last battery now for this GoPro. Can you hear the engine? One of the beauties of these little breakaway snacks is I can literally just stop and have a quick breakaway snack. Although I'm coming up to my next 10-kilometer pit stop of banana, a little snack and water. So that's how I'm breaking this walk down, is 10-kilometer refreshment stops, which takes about 2 hours for each 10 kilometers. Yeah, I know, it's a long way. Now, the last time, and the only time I ever attempted to walk this canal towpath, was about 15 years ago. And around lunchtime I made a mistake of stopping here at this pub, Hopwood House. And I won't be making the same mistake now. Although it's only 11 o'clock, it's not quite lunchtime. Can you guess what happened when we stopped there? Yeah, basically the legs didn't want to move after that, because we sat down, had some lunch, and by the time I got back on here, we literally only managed to hobble to Alvechurch train station. Yeah, and then got the train back. So that was, you could say, epic fail, but actually, considering back in them days I'd done no training, no nothing, I wasn't any marathon running, didn't do any running, we just decided, me and my partner, we just thought, let's go for a long walk. But we could only get so far. But this is still a long way. I think when we got to Alvechurch, it was still about 13 miles. So we're doing good here. Well, I'm up to, randomly, up to 18 kilometers. So we'll soon be arriving at Alvechurch Marina. So I'm now approaching a very monumental bridge. Bridge number 66. Get your kicks on bridge 66. Yes, there it is, 66. Hello, little ducklings. I'm now at Lower Bittle Reservoir, which is over on that side there. So here's the canal. We've got fishermen on that side. Nice little fishing area. So I thought now's a good opportunity for me to disrobe and put into my sunshine gear because I've got shorts underneath here, and whilst it's still a bit breezy, the sun is properly good out, so I'll probably need to cream myself with sun cream as well. Coming up to 20k, so I might as well have my 20k break here, yeah? Okay, I'm fully disrobed now into my shorts and t-shirt. No doubt this shirt may change into a vest. I have got some short shorts in the bag and some vest if it gets a bit too hot. Hat on is essential because that sun is proper cooking. So yeah, there you have it. Lower Bittle Reservoir. And my understanding is one of these Bittle reservoirs is used by the Birmingham running and triathlon team. Brats use it for their outdoor open water swimming. Yeah, there you go, another random fact for you. Brats open water swimming. It just said landmark 20 kilometers, 4 hours 36 minutes. I know, not the quickest, but hey, we are still here. I've got my hat on, I got my sunshades on, I got the sun cream on, and I'm absolutely loving it so far. But still over 30 kilometers to go. What have I let myself in for? You may be able to hear some traffic noise. Yes. Motorway bridge. This is the M42 that I'm going under. Yes, one of the motorways on the motorway network junction here in the UK. And yeah, as you can see, it's quite a big carriageway tunnel that I'm going under. And soon we'll be back to some quiet serenity and away from this traffic noise. As always, I get chatting to lots of people. I've got a lady here who said she's 87 and the husband who's 89. Are you enjoying the walk along the canal?
Very much.
Let's get you on this side here because the light, there you go, we can see you now because the light was a bit too much. So do you walk up and down this stretch of the canal regularly?
Well, our garden backs onto this.
Oh wow.
By the Crown.
By the Crown as well. Wow, so you got the Crown and the canal on your back garden.
It's wonderful.
It's brilliant.
Yes.
Well, lovely chatting to you guys.
And
enjoy
you.
your walk as well.
Yeah,
I better crack on. Finally arrived at Alvechurch Marina, and what a beautiful location this is. Nice, calm, serene, and lovely chatting to the couple back there. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter what age you are, just get out there and get walking and moving about. Isn't that right? Age is just a number. If you're thinking of buying one of these narrow boats, I've just seen one for sale. £72,000. That's right, £72,000 for one of these boats. Oof. I gotta say, I'm really feeling it, but I've been feeling it for a while. I have had a niggle, and this isn't excuses. Yeah, I have had a serious niggle on one side where I'm gonna have to see a physio next week to see what's going on. It might be a case of just needing to rest or whatever, or I'd overdone it in May following London Marathon, whatever. But this is an auspicious route because I've not been on this section at all ever, I don't think, because on that first attempt, and only attempt, this is just my second attempt, almost 15 years ago, I turned off at Alvechurch Marina and just got on the train at Alvechurch and headed back up to Birmingham. Yeah, so this is auspicious route distance that I'm doing now, so got to keep going. Yeah, remembering why we're doing this, remembering why I'm doing this. Another thing, and this might be a little tip, trick, whatever you want to call it, in terms of endurance, I'm literally counting down the bridges and I'm now into the 50s. Yes, that's bridge number 59. As I'm in the shade, I thought I'd take the hat off and the sunglasses as I now approach the second of our tunnels where I can't walk through. With this one, it is just a short one. I can see the other end of the tunnel. It is quite a way, It's probably about, I would say, maybe a kilometre long. So considerably shorter than the Wast Hills one, which was almost 2.5 kilometres long. I'm not going to walk down to that tunnel because I need to start conserving my energy. For those who want to know the name of the tunnel, it's called Shortwood Tunnel. There you go. Make a note of that, Shortwood Tunnel. And right now I am literally 24 kilometres in. Still a long way to go. I don't even think I'm halfway yet. Well, having walked through those woods and how magnificent it was, I'm guessing that was Shortwood back there. I'm now going through this amazing field, like I'm in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, well, I am in the middle of nowhere. Oh man, it looks amazing. You can probably tell I have from my voice and my face, whilst you can't see my eyes through the sunglasses, I am super happy being here. And I feel almost like rejuvenated seeing all this wonderful countryside and breathing in this beautiful fresh air here. I just feel so alive. Have just come through that field onto a path, and as if by magic, here's a canal. Yes, wasn't expecting that. I thought maybe there was a bit more of a detour, but hey, let's continue. Hello little ducklings. I count about 7, actually 8 little ducklings with mother duck there. Would you believe that guy? I saw him probably 2 days ago on my run, and down in Worcester, and he was running on his canal boat then, and he's still running on his canal boat. How random is that, eh? As you can tell by the noise, there is a lot of poultry on the other side of this. So once again I am greeted with an aroma of the farmland. Oh. We are now heading on a road, so I need to take some little detours because we're coming to another tunnel. This is the 3rd and final tunnel that takes us to Tardebigge. Yeah, so this is the one I've not done before. I got no idea. I did just speak to the gentleman earlier and he's given me a few directions, but let's see. So I crossed the bridge over the canal. There's no towpath for me to walk along as we come up to that tunnel. So I'm just going to walk up this road. And apparently I've been told I just head up to the top, crossroads, over a field, across the dual carriageway, and then on to Tardebigge. Always follow your nose. This looks like the footpath. I am literally just walking through a field. I can hear the dual carriageway ahead, but with this field it's so open, but thankfully because it's a well-trodden path I can find which way to go. Well, I wasn't expecting that turnstile, and here are the steps down to the dual carriageway. I feel a bit of trepidation here because I've got to get across a dual carriageway with busy traffic. Let's go do this. Point here. Oh, get across a dual carriageway. Lots of traffic. Got to work out how to get across here. Yes, I see a gap. Let's go, 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 go! Woohoo! I've got to cross. Yeah, I've got to cross. Hallelujah! We cross yet another road, but here I am. The canal, Tardebigge, is now downhill all the way to Worcester. Well, I'm trying to put some positive spin on this because it's still a long blooming way. I've only registered about 27 kilometers, so a little over halfway maybe, I don't know. I've not measured it, but I feel so happy to be here at Tardebigge. Let's take you through the Tardebigge logs. Oh, I mean, I'm so exhausted here. I think I need to have a sit down and get some energy back in soon. I've just been reading here that up to this point, when I get to on my left over there, is lock number 58. So all the way from here to Birmingham, Gas Street, Brayson, that I've walked, and it's 14 miles as the canal flows. Obviously I've done more than 14 miles. Yeah, it's one of the longest stretches of no locks, I think. And now we're going to go to one of the shortest stretches with the most locks in the UK, I think. Let's go. So now I have two things I can count down: the 58 locks and also the bridges. I don't know what number I'm up to. I think I'm still in the 50s in the bridges. But yeah, so that's two more countdowns. Keep the old mind ticking over and taking this ultra endurance long walk in bite sizes. That's how I do it anyway. So over there is a sign saying Canalathon. Yes, I'm doing my Canalathon. Now that says to challenge yourself over a period of a month to do 26.2 miles. Now today I'm just doing it in one day, all at once. Now I wouldn't recommend that, but hey, let's give it a go. Here I am, top lock number 58, and it's called Tardebigge Top Lock. Yeah, so the summit of the 30 lock Tardebigge Flight, the longest in the UK. There you go, from 1810 to 1814. Site of an experimental man-powered boat lift. There you have it. Hey, fontable knowledge here, but actually I'm just reading the sign there from the Transport Trust. As there are 30 locks in this Tardebigge Flight, should we do a countdown? Nah, I need to get this walk done, and I don't think there's much battery left. Let's check. Oh yes, the battery is wearing thin on this GoPro, and it is my second and last battery. So we need to make sure we get the filming at the end, don't we? And here is Tardebigge Reservoir. Oh yes. So this takes the overflow sometimes. If the canal is sort of semi-flooding, it'll throw it into here, I think, and vice versa. I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go along. Here you go. Here's the overspill. So it does go back into the canal if it is going a bit higher, which then offsets it across the land. There's little outlets here that shifts the extra water from here into the land. So I did know a little bit. And there is one of those channels where the water flows into the farm over that side there. There you go. A bit of science for you. So I'm going to have a little pit stop here. 28.5 kilometers, so not quite 30 kilometers yet. I did see a sign back there that said 16 miles to go to Worcester, which psychologically doesn't help me. But I need to fuel up, get me banana in, and the danger is not to sit here too long. I need to keep moving, otherwise I'll just get comfortable and not move again. I'm now coming to a point which is, as I mentioned, all the way along there's a train line where I could have jumped on. Alvechurch was one, the last one, but there's one now where, having been going for, it's now 2 in the afternoon, it's pretty hot, searing weather, I'm feeling pretty exhausted, and I just saw a sign back there, it said 16 miles to Worcester, so it's about 15 miles right now. that's a good 5 hours on my feet, and I've already done 7 hours. Yeah, is it 7 hours? Yeah, 6 hours 54 to be exact, and I'm coming right up to 29.5 kilometers. So this is bridge number 5, and I know, because I've done this before, I've walked from Bromsgrove station to come onto this section of the canal. But you know what, for me, it's all about why I'm doing it, and I've got to keep going. Yeah, there's no turning back. I've just got to keep going. I'm not making a drama about this. We just put one foot in front of the other and keep going. I've still got my chocolate bars. I've run out one bottle. I'll fill up somewhere that other bottle. I've still got a bottle of water, 500 ml. Let's just keep going. Yeah, I'm not turning back. I'm not giving up. It's so easy right now to give up, to get on that bridge and walk to Bromsgrove station. But I want to get this done. I want to finish it, you know. And for me, when I start things, I like to finish them. Yeah, there's no, it's just got to be done. So let's go finish this. I know it's a long time, 5 hours, but let's break it down. 5 sets of 1 hour. Yeah, so every hour I'll have my nice little chocolate bar, bit of water, and we'll just keep going. Keep breaking it down, keep it in bite sizes, literally bite sizes. And for me, I've got to make sure I don't sit too long on these benches, because it's so comfortable sitting on those. Literally just bleeped 30 kilometers, 7 hours. Wow. It's a long time on my own here in this heat. And the sun's reached a point now where there is no shade now on the canal path. I am literally totally exposed to the sun. Yeah, which adds to the fun factor, shall we say. And here we are at Tardebigge Bottom Lock. So we've just completed all 30 locks coming down here. So, oof, I'm really feeling this heat now. Let's keep going. Come on. I've been taking a few photos and I forgot to put the video on, but I've just passed a pub here called the Queen's Head. And as you can imagine, on a day like today, beautiful summer's day, it is packed with people. And it's so tempting to go in there, have a meal, sit down. But I know if I do that, there is no way I'll get back up and get moving. So you got to keep going. Yeah, focus on the goal. And right now I'm thinking, I had a McD as my second breakfast. Shall I have a McD when I finish? That is the question. As this narrowboat is passing me, I'm coming into Stoke Prior. Yes. Oof. It's almost like civilization here. Well, would you Adam and Eve it? Here at Stoke Prior there's some facilities, so I thought let's make use of the facilities. So I'm going to top up with water. I'll pick up another litre of water. That will really keep me going to the end of Worcester, because I've got through litre and a half, 2 litres, so we'll see. And so yeah, great, nice facilities here. The John Corbett Way, yes, Birmingham to Worcester Canal, 1791 to 1815. Salt springs were first discovered here. Well, here we go. Let's continue through Stoke Prior. Last time I was on this stretch of the canal was when I was cycling down from Tardebigge down into Worcester, and this estate wasn't here at all. I don't even think they had foundations or anything. Now look at this, boom! As if by magic, within a few years all these properties are up, sold and occupied. The sun now is at its highest point. It's 20 degrees Celsius. According to the weather app, it says it's going to go up to 21. I have no shade, no cover here, so I just got to literally grit it out and get to the Droitwich Canal junction and the home straight. I don't even know how many miles I got left, kilometers, but my Garmin says I've done 33.7 kilometers. Oh, good grief. Once again I'm confronted with a boat. Sorry. Let's rewind, start again. Once again I'm confronted with a pub that is called the Boat and Railway, which is tempting to stop here and do wherever. And finally I've got some taps here, so I could have filled up with water here as well. It's good to know where the taps are. Let's continue. Bit of shade as well, which is nice. Right, so hot now. I think I've the horse has bolted. I can feel my neck on this side proper burning hard. I just put cream on earlier. There's no point putting more cream on. I literally have to put this shirt on to block the sun out completely before it burns anymore. Not good. It's gotten so hot now, I've done my makeshift who's the character? Lawrence of Arabia. Yes, I am now Lawrence of Arabia, although maybe Lawrence of the Birmingham Worcester Canal. But yeah, it is really cooking. So always be prepared. Take lots of bits of clothing because you never know what you might have to make. Despite knowing the weather forecast was like this, I wasn't expecting it to be so burning. That was my poor Scottish accent there. I see a bench, maybe worth a sit down. Ooh, coming up to 35k in 8 hours and 12 minutes. Oh man, what does that work out with in kilometers per hour, miles per hour? I'll probably leave it in the comments. Now this is a cute little cottage on the loch, don't you think? And there goes the train. It won't be long before I get close to that train line as I get closer to Worcester. This is where it's getting really mentally tough now, because it's, well, there's nobody here. I am literally in the middle of nowhere, and it's just a constant path and curves, and it just keeps going and going. There's no change of scenery. It's just one long canal. I know it's stating the obvious, but yeah, proper mental fortitude needed to do these kinds of distances, walking, running, whatever. This path just seems relentless. I've just passed another pub, the Eagle and Sun, and I'm in the area called Hanbury. And again, it's tempting to just go off there, especially when you can smell the fish and chips. And I've just passed a sign saying 20 miles Birmingham, 10 miles Worcester. So I feel I'm on the final countdown, and I'm familiar with this route, having ran it as part of the, what is it, the Worcester Ring Run, which is a 22 miler. Starts at Droitwich, comes along the canal, and then down this canal into Worcester, and then back up the River Severn, up at Droitwich Canal and back. Finish. Right, let's get moving. I just want to get this done now. Okay, my last snack stop. It's a little over 10k. I haven't come to the 6 mile marker yet, but also a bit more than that once I get to the end of the canal, because I need to walk back to McDee's and home. Yeah, so it's going to be further than 10k, probably 12k more-ish. So that's over 2 hours, and I've already been going for 10 hours and 33 minutes. Good grief. It's a long time, isn't it? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, so let's see how we get on. As I say, I'm saving the batteries till the finish. Yeah. I have now passed what is technically the city border of Worcester, so I'm technically in Worcester. Yeah! But there's still about 6 miles to go to where I need to get to. Oh man, let's do this. That there is lock number 10. So we're now into single digit locks. Yes, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. It's currently 20 to 8 in the evening and it's beginning to get chilly for me. Anyway, I'm feeling a bit of a breeze, hence the top has been put on. And I'm coming to that point now that I talked about in my introductory video a few days ago. The commandery. Yes, I've literally got, it's about a kilometre and a half, 2 kilometres to the end of the canal. Ooh. And I am absolutely in agony, in pain. It's been for quite a while now. Knees, ankles, hips are all hurting real bad. And I just want this to finish. I've been wanting this to finish for a long time, so it's not been good. And then even once I've got to the end of the canal, I've still got a further kilometre and a half or 2k to do until I get back to where I need to get to, as in getting home, or maybe stop at McD. What do you think? Oof. Put into words how good this feels getting here to Digless Basin. Whilst my mind feels super good, my body is in absolute agony. Oh. It's the end of the blooming canal, lock number 1. I can't believe it. Fucking hell. I've done it, I've bloody well done it, yes. Oh, unbelievable. Now I've got to go and have a McD. Oh man, I'm just so overcome with emotion. Yes, here is the bridge over at the end, beginning of the canal, whatever you want to call it. Man, oh, it's like a finish line feeling of a epic marathon, and all that pain seems to have dissipated, even though I've still got like a couple of kilometres to get to McD. I gotta go there, yeah? You know, have a celebratory McD at the end. Started at McD, finished at McD, yeah? Man, unbelievable. So you're probably wondering what I've gone for. Well, obviously, fries. Big tasty. There's something about food, whatever the food is, always tastes so much better at the end of an endurance event, yeah?